object oriented modeling design using UML. Now first we are discussing the object. Object means runtime entity in human life, like as a mobile, book, bike, and any other thing. Okay, so in object oriented is the main part of the concept, and organizing is the main entity of the object. Designing means to represent the diagrams of representation in any topic, like as suppose the design means squares, rectangles, and circles, and triangles, lines, like all of diagrams. These are using designing. It is using UML. UML means Unified Modeling Language. Unified Modeling Language. In this language is a graphical language, simply said, because all diagrams are represented as a UML. Is using any concept easily understanding, and designing also very easily. And object oriented modeling and design concept. Importance of modeling. Importance of modeling. Nowadays, any field of works must and should be designing or modeling is the main important aspect. Suppose we can take as a constructing a building. In constructing building, before we are pre-planned that the project, I mean that the building, that is said to be simply blueprint. Blueprint. This is the main aspect of the constructing building. And another one is designing in automobile industry. Designing in automobile industry. So in automobiles also different type of models or designs are available, but all types of designs and models are constructed or designed with using of UML design. So nowadays mobile industry is a very famous and popular technology or technology industry also. Okay, suppose object oriented modeling, simply OOM, object oriented modeling. So object oriented modeling means mainly two types of approaches are there. Number one, algorithmic approachment. Second one, object oriented approachment. Algorithmic and object oriented. Algorithmic approachment means to simply write the design or with the simple steps, like as a suppose first we are how to make a coffee. First start process, next gradients or read items, milk, water, bowl, sugar, coffee powder. Next third step is the procedure or writing process. Next four is the coffee preparing. Five is start. Simple. This is a simple steps of the algorithm process. Any type of designing is also first we can define the gradients, I mean raw materials, and the next step is also making of the process or arranging the design diagrams for automobile parts, and next is the finally we are designing the particular item. Okay, so this is the simply algorithmic step process of object oriented modeling. And object oriented process means different type of objects are involved in object oriented process. Next, importance of modeling. Importance of modeling is nowadays each and every field modeling is a very popular and famous industry. Okay, next UML concepts. In UML, mainly overview of UML and conceptual of UML. Okay, overview of UML concept means mainly four steps are there. First one is visualization. Second one is specialization. Specialization. Third one is construction or constructing. Last one is documenting. Documenting. In UML concept simply mean elaborated or expansion of this phone concept: visualization, specialization, construction or constructing, and documenting. Visualizing means in our brain first we can define the any item, simply idea. That is the simple steps of visualization. And specialization means we can express our feelings, or we can express our thoughts on paper or any other items. Okay, and constructing means practical or building work. That is the main constructing or construction type of work. Documenting means we are making the procedure of the product, like as the visualization procedure and specialization procedure and constructing procedure. So finally, suppose documenting simply steps are requirements, designing, architecture plans, plans, architecture plans or planning. Next, test. Okay. Finally, release results. Okay, so these are the 4 main steps of the overview of UML. And conceptual of UML process means mainly simply 3 steps are available. Number 1, things. Number 2, relationships. Third one is the diagrams. In UML, things, relationships and diagrams are the main important part of the designing process. So first one is the things. So things are generally divided in 4 types. Number 1, structural things. Next, behavioral. Number 3, grouping. Number 4, annotational. At the same time, relationships also 4 types are divided. So first one is dependency. Number 2, generalization. Number 3, association. Number 4, realization. So at the same time, diagrams also 9 types are divided. So diagrams are: number 1, object. Number 2, class. Number 3, collaboration or sequential diagrams. Number 4, collaboration. Number 5, active chart. Number 6, state chart. Number 7, component. Number 8, deployment. And another one is use case. So these all are the things and relationships and diagrams. Okay, so first we are discussing the things, structural things, behavior, grouping and annotational. So first one, structural things means it is a contains of a lot of steps. Your building process is a simply structural steps. In structural steps process is also we can define the modeling is simply, but it can development process is more difficult. That is the structural things. Like as a suppose Structural things are mainly defined as a different type of symbols, different type of diagram. Suppose class. Class. Class is the simply defined as a this type of diagrams. This is the objects, object name. This one is the data. This one is the functions. Functions. Suppose we can take an as the example of student class. Student is the class name. Data means student number, student name, and class, age, section. All are the students' data. Next, functions means suppose student name is the data. It can divide in the different types. Suppose like as a first name, last name, middle name. At the same time in data, student marks is also one of the field is taken. The data is dividing into functions is total marks, average, grade points. This is the class structure simply designed. And other one is interface. Interface is simply circle shape. It is also connected to between two different type of diagrams like as a class or collaboration or use case and act as. The type of diagrams are simply connected with using of interface symbols. Interface symbols. Next third one is the collaboration diagram. So collaboration diagram is simply draw with the dotted of oval shape. The dotted of oval shape. And this collaboration is the mainly aspect is to initializing or defining the diagrams of properties or characteristics. And use case diagram is also. So use case diagram is also simply defined for oval shape. Oval shape. Oval shape. The main difference is collaboration and use case means use case is a solid oval symbol and collaboration symbol is the dotted oval shape symbol. So these are the main difference. So use case diagram is always connected with an actor. Actor. This actor is connected with different type of actions performing. Suppose we can take another student example program. So in student example program is the student is the actor and employee program is taken and the program employee is the active actor. It means actor. So at a different type of roles of performing and involved actor. It is connected to all these or supporting to use case diagrams. Next at the same time component diagram. Component diagram. So simply this name is elaborated as a tabbed desktop or desktop tab. Desktop tab. So this diagram is simply this one. So this component diagram is advanced to class diagram. Okay, so the relationship between class and component diagram, the advanced relationship is mainly. For suppose next define is the deployment diagram. Deployment diagram. Simply it is represented as a node symbol. Node symbol. These nodes are divided in two types. First one is the device node, and second one is the processor node or process node. So device node is the generally symbolization is this one, and processor node means so dark and rectangle is some designed. Okay, that one is the device node and process node. Device node means we can participate on the process generally or commonly, but process node is interacting involved in the entire process. That is the main difference between device node and processor node. And behavioral things. So behavioral things are the to define or specify the behaviors of diagrams. That is the main behaviors of diagram. Grouping. Okay, so in behavioral diagrams are generally defined as this one. Okay, that behaviors are simply draw the diagram. Grouping means like as a defined as a package. Package. Okay, annotation means two different type of diagrams on establishment of the that one. Okay, so that is the relation, structural and grouping and behavioral and annotation things. Relationships are generally described as a four types. Dependency relationship. So dependency relationship is always depends on the others one. Suppose like as a symbolization is a solid line. This is the dependency symbol. Okay, so always depends on the others. Next, generalization symbol. So generalization symbol is the representation or specify the relationship between commonly or generalization. This one is defined as the dotted lines with solid triangle. Okay. Next, association means it is representation of the relationship between different type of objects, like as a one-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, many-to-one relationship, many-to-many relationship. So this one is a representation of the association between two different type of objects. And realization. So the realization is process of the simply representation as the dotted triangle with the connected solid dotted lines. Okay, this is the relationships. All relationships are neitherly or implemented in the UML diagram mainly connected between different type of objects or diagrams. Next, third one is the diagrams. In diagrams already discussed object